Hello, today we are walking through my Sinatra project. It is called AVIDcraft, and it is inspired by businesses that I have either owned in the past or own currently. And the user makes their own handcrafted items. They're able to sign up an account and then post those items that they have available for sale on the site. Right now we're on the index or home page. There will always be a navigation bar on the top right-hand corner, and those functions will change depending on whether we are logged in or not. And we have our generic welcome message and just a brief description of the website and what it's about. It tells us that we are not logged in, and in order to gain access to the site, we would either need to sign in or create an account. So at this point, we are not signed in. We do not have an account. We aren't able to see the other features of the website. So if I were to go to try and view all of the items in the site, that's not an option. If I wanted to view one of the items, that's not an option. If I wanted to try and edit an item, that is not an option. Oops, I entered the link wrong. If I wanted to create a new item, did I just do that? I don't know. But that's not an option. I can't look at all of the items by user as well. So we are not able to access any of the features of the site until we log in. Once we go to our sign-in page, the program is going to check to see first if we are logged in or not. Being that we're not logged in, we were able to view this page, but had we have been logged in, we would not have been able to view this page. So I'll try and remember once we get logged in to try and view this again, because it won't let us. So from here, we have a few different right now it's going to verify that whenever we enter a username, that matches with the database what the password was entered whenever the user originally signed up. So it's going to authenticate that password and make sure it's a match. So at first I'm going to enter the password incorrectly, just to show that it does verify that information and gives us the error message showing that our information is correct. If we enter it blank, it's not going to let us do anything. So we'll go ahead and get logged in. Okay, so that worked. So now, while I'm thinking about it, we'll try that login page. And it just redirects us back to the items index page. Okay, so now that we've gotten logged in, it was a match. We successfully logged in. So we've set up our user ID, which would be the busted trumpet, to a cookie session, which means that we've added a cookie to our browsers. While we navigate through the website, the browser is able to ping back and forth to the server and verify that is this user still signed in? Is this user the user that created this item? So on and so forth, and it'll allow us to have full functionality to all the features in the website. Now that we're here, we can view all of the items that have been posted. So right now we have 2 current users, and they each have posted 2 items. So I can look at, so I'll look at one of the items that I've posted. And as you can see, we have our item options menu bar. It gives us the option to edit or delete the item. It shows us our title and our image and the description, and then gives you the option to email the artist. I can click on that. I don't have my email program set up, so that doesn't work for me, but it would still show you the email address should you want to send them an email. I can go back and view all of the items. If I go to another user's item, the program's going to check, did I post this item? No, I did not. So I do not get that item options menu bar. but I can view the other user's item. And it has all the same functionality with the email. If I wanted to see all of the items created by this user, I can click on that, and it would show me that all of the items created by Green or me. And then I can also go back to the items index and do the same thing. So it's going to show me all of the items that have been created by me as the user. When I go to edit, it's going to verify that the content, first it's pulling up all of the information that was originally entered. And then if I do have different validations set up, so we'll see more of those whenever we go through entering a new item. But just to give just a little teaser, if I were to take our HTTP off, that's not going to work. And it's going to show me those error messages of why it did not work. So I'll go ahead and add that back on. And I'll change just the title description. So I've added earrings. It did used to just say studs. And I'll add something to the description. These earrings are really awesome because I need them. Now, whenever I submit, it goes through all of our validations. Everything was successful. We've updated the title and added more information to the description. Now I can also, so now we're back, and then once you edit the item successfully, it takes you back to that item that you edited, and from there you can go to browse all of the items or whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're back at the item index, and then just to reiterate, I cannot edit this other person's item because I did not create. Damn it! I did not create it. And being that we have RESTful routing, or we're utilizing RESTful routing, there's not even like a link that I could go to try and delete that. It's just all part of a form functionality. Okay, so I'm going to go back and delete one of the items since I'm logged in as Busted Trumpet, which tells me in a couple different places. We'll go to our zigzag resin stud earrings, and I'm tired of selling these. So I'm going to go ahead and delete them. Whenever I push this button, the program is going to verify that the logged in user is indeed the item that is indeed the person or user that created this item. And being that we are, it's going to successfully allow me to delete that item. As you can see, it is no longer there and no longer exists. If I can get to it. Okay, so found a little snag, but I fixed it by adding a cute little conditional. So now we've deleted item 1. So if I do try and go to item 1, it's just going to redirect me back to the items index. Boom. Okay, so we've deleted an item, and now I'm going to go ahead and sign out. And once I do this, it's going to clear my cookie session. So the program now knows that I'm no longer logged in. I no longer have access to other items in the site. I can't create a new item. I can't go look at that one item. Nope. Oh. Okay, you get the idea. So now we've signed out and no longer have features to the site. It tells us we are signed out. We either need to sign in or create an account. So we're going to create our account. First, I'm going to try and create we have different validations set up as we discussed before. So first things first, I'm trying to create an account by a user that's already been set up, and it is going to verify that a user has already, that username's already been taken. So it's verifying the uniqueness of our username. Get these out of here. Okay. So just our basic validations. I'm entering a blank form. We can't have any of the fields blank. It's testing the length of our password. It's testing the length of our username, and it's testing the format of the email address. So I'm going to create an account for Ritual Create. First, oops, I put a space in there. And it's not going to let me enter it because we have a blank space. So I'll correct that. Going through a few different email validations, making sure it's in the right format. And then I entered the password too sure. Will it let me sign up? No, it will not. I think we've met all of our requirements. Now upon the successful sign up, it's going to redirect us to our items index, which we should look at our sign up page. Can I access that being that I'm logged in? No, I can't. It just redirects me to the items index. So now, same thing with logging in. We've created an account, so it saved that information to our database and also created our cookie session. So now we have access to all the features in the site. And we also are not able to manipulate anyone else's data. So we're not going to see the item options toolbar if we look at another user's another item that has been posted from another user. And I again cannot go in and edit that item if I didn't post it, and it tells me so. So now we'll create a new item. And first things first, validations and error messages. We can't have any blank fields. The price has to be in the particular format. Our image URL must begin with HTTP or HTTPS and end with the specified extensions. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a few details here for our item that we'll post as Ritual Create. Entering our price. So we're going to clear out some of the validations right now. If I just put $1, it's not going to let me do it or enter that. It's not in the right format. And obviously these cost more than $1. Okay, so we'll get our image that we've saved. First, I can't just enter something random. I have to enter the actual image, and it looks like everything's good. Once we've successfully entered our information, we are taken to the item that we just posted, and you can see that we have our item options toolbar or menu bar. I can browse all of the items because I now have functionality, being that I'm a registered user. I can look at all of the items that another user has created, but I can't edit or delete those items. I can get to the same screen from my menu toolbar, look at all the items that I've posted as Ritual Create, go back to browse. Everything looks to be functioning as it should. So now I just went back to the home page and just by clicking our logo. And if we go to this page, you can see that it tells you that you are logged in. You can either view all of the items or you can log out. And I think that's everything. So I've logged out. Now the system knows, so the program knows that we are not logged in. And we will need to sign in again or create an account in order to get the full access to the site. And that's AVIDcraft.